Well, hello guys. Welcome to the Principles of Imperative Computation. It is initially an CMU course, so I'm gonna teach it to you so that you're gonna have some idea of what it is. So this course is about how to write code efficiently and safely, and most importantly, correctly. So if you're struggling to write some code, well, this course may help you to write some actual code instead of the code filled with bugs. So you're gonna learn how to debug, uh, how computers store data inside its memory or disk, perhaps, and then you're gonna study some ideas of algorithms, perhaps graph theory and data structures. This is something we're gonna talk later. So for this course, we'll initially use the language of C0, and as we move on, we're gonna jump into C and C++ later on, because these code are really fast and easy to implement instead of using, like say, Python or Java or JavaScript, which are very slow languages. Yeah, so perhaps Rust is a good choice, but we're gonna not gonna use it because sometimes it's not so friendly to beginners. I assume that most of you are beginners, so before we actually dive into the course, we're gonna implement something. So we're gonna download a C0 compiler. So if you're curious about how to, let's say, download it, well, here it is. You just go to that website and just follow its instructions and then download something. So for me, I'm using a Windows system, but I'm really keen on Linux because my computer just saves so much data and stuff, so I'm not so confident in it transfer it into a Linux operating system. Like, yeah, so this is why I start using WSL and then downloading Ubuntu to operating some stuffs. So it's a virtual environment. And here you're just gonna uh, add that one, add that just that one, right? Just that line to fetch data from the website, and then you're gonna have an installer, and then just sudo apt install. Well, this is how it seems like. Hopefully you can install it. So if you want to uninstall your compiler, well, just sudo apt remove. So this is it. If you're curious and perhaps I do not want to install it on WSL, I want to run it locally on inside my terminal. You can git clone it and then perhaps cmake a file or compiler, and then yeah, it's finished. Or using Docker. Uh, so this will hopefully work. Again, just revisit to that website. I'm sorry, this website. Yeah, this one to get more details about what the hell is going on. So, how does this compiler work? Well, at the beginning, we'll typically use that one. This is a line editor uh, for C0 programs. So let's just demonstrate it. And as the file or the photo gets bigger, it's not just an terminal, the terminal like your IDLE perhaps for Python. It's getting complicated, so you're gonna use a CC0 compiler for all the thing. So again, let's just touch a file called IC, so IE.C0 perhaps, and then we're gonna say that's when IE.C0, and then here we go. So I'm gonna type in I to insert some of my text, and then I'm gonna find some programs you don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, just say save it. Sorry. We're gonna use ESC and then WQ, and then here we go. We quit it and saved our file. So now we're gonna coin IE.C0, and here we go. So inside IE.C0, we define a function called f. So what does it do? It two arguments, and then we can see, well, if we type in something like that, we're gonna have some stuff like this. So this is typically a function that does a square calculation in fancy way, but have a lot of mistakes, which is the code that we're gonna examine in the next lecture. Yeah, so this is how it works. So I'm gonna type in the command to quit. I'm sorry, not that. Oops, quit, and then you're gonna see a goodbye here, and then hopefully you quit it. And here is how you install a C0 compiler, and then just you write some code based on it. Yeah, so yeah, this is what this video is about. So next class we're gonna talk about contracts and how do we do things with that. See you next time.